Well, let's get on with continuing the story of World War II, but this time, actual war. It's 1939, after the German annexations of Austria and the Sudetenland. The appeasement seems that, it might not work, because the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact has been signed between the Soviet Union and Germany, guaranteeing that both nations will have a stake in Poland if they do invade Poland. So Germany declares war on Poland, and in reaction, Great Britain and France declared war on Germany. But let's just not talk about the French and the British, because they can have separate videos. But the namesake of the video, what do you expect us to do? Other stuff? Germany had a very significant advantage over Poland, coming in with not only just more resources and men, but in strategy. This was the first real implementation of the German Blitzkrieg, which included the encirclement of forces and strategic use of the Luftwaffe, or Air Force bombers, which, sounds really ridiculous to think that over a month, just a little over a month, to invade a nation over 150,000 square miles at the time. And it sounds ridiculous, but another factor is that Poland is pretty flat, so guerrilla warfare isn't a great option, and you just must fight where you are, best in your place, where you are. But the Poles did resist, but it didn't do much to kind of feature in the war. They were preparing for the Romanian bridgehead, which would have had prolonged Polish defense, but, and there's always a but in history, when the Soviets intervened on September 17, 1939, it was over. It was impossible to resist invasion. It was going to be inevitable that they would be invaded. Despite being invaded and the military not being able to do much, doesn't mean the Polish people didn't do anything. They resisted very well, and it is an estimate put out that about 650,000 Polish men and women were in resistance groups against the Germans, which is kind of crazy. Many great battles, and men fought in the freedom for the people of nation and the world. Because, who knows, if it weren't for the Polish resistance, the Germans could have won out the war, and likely would have not, but it would have been longer and harder. So we are very thankful for those people in Poland who resisted and ended the Nazi regime. So we must end this video for the freedom of your time. Goodbye, sincerely,